Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry I'm a little later than usual, but they're doing the road work again, so cones galore. So I had to take an alternative route to get home, which added time to my commute. Listen, I'm grateful for them doing the repavement, but I'm over it. I'll be glad when it's done. Um, let's quickly see who is here. And then I'm also going to pull up on the YouTube side of things. I'm grateful for them. Sweet. Ha! That was loud. All right, so now I can see the YouTube side of things. Let's go through the comments and then we'll get started on our first sprint so that we don't fall behind schedule even more. Amanda is here. And let me change this so that I can actually see it. I don't know why it starts out with like a little air bubble type thing. But we don't like, so we change it. Hi Alicia, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. I'm a little tired, and I'm a little annoyed with the road construction, but that's out of my control, so I'll get over it. That and I have to eat, so I'll be fine once I eat. Lindsay is here. Hi guys, I have 10 minutes of the Sympathizer to finish watching on Prime for Here Kid, and I'm reading Part of Your World. Very different vibes. I don't know what the Sympathizer is, but it sounds like a show or movie of sorts. Hopefully, you're enjoying it. And Part of Your World, is that Abby Jimenez? I have that one, but I have not read it yet. It's on my list for this year. Lindsay says, I also need to finish some January journaling as well as keep up to date on February journaling, book journaling. Yes, I need to do the same because I need to print out some book covers, which I can't do until husband is around because he has the color printer in his office. I mean, yeah, I could go in there, but I don't know if there's a computer, like he has like a laptop docking port type thing. So I don't know if I could take my laptop in there and plug it up to the printer or whatever to print out the cover. So I just wait for him, make it easy. But yeah, I need to finish filling in January book reviews and then finish setting up for February's. Annette is here. Hi, everyone. I have 5% left in my current book, and finishing it will let me cross off another Here Kid square. Oh, my goodness. Good morning or afternoon. It's morning for me, but is it afternoon for you? Where are you in the world? Is it afternoon for you? Because it is 9:10 where I'm at. So good morning. Lindsay says, what are you finishing? Oh, for Here Kid? You're asking Annette? Yes, let us know. Let us know. Annette says, I'm finishing The Malice of Moons and Mages by NV. I've never heard of that. Haskell as my last book for the Rainbow Prompt. Ooh. And Lindsay says, yes, it's my first Abby Jimenez. I think that's the only book I have of hers. I will have to check because I need to go through my library. I need to weed out a couple of books and put them on Pengo and then see what I have left and shift everything. Because I need to get some things done. And there's a couple of series that I read. It's like I read the first book, but I haven't finished it. And at this point, they've been so long on my TBR. It's like, do I reread the first book and finish them? Or do I just like unhaul them and get rid of them? Because they are all mostly YA books. So I don't know. For YA, depending on what it is, I don't have the patience for it anymore. I'd rather read more adult things. So we'll see. I have to make that decision and stick with it. It's 2:10 p.m. for me here in Dublin, Ireland. Ooh, so happy afternoon for you. Wow, so you're like 7 hours? 5 hours. Are you the same time as the UK? Because I know UK is 5 hours ahead of us. So are you the same? Or I'm trying to see where my I can visualize it, but my brain is not mathing. Let me know. But um, I'm gonna go ahead and start that comment. And I do have the cat. I'm leery to do the Spirit City. I will try to pull it up, but if it gives me issues, we'll just use the kitty. But we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and put us into the first sprint, same time as UK time. Okay, so 5 hours ahead. Gotcha. Good to know. All right, let's start our first 30 minutes, and I will see everyone back afterwards. Happy writing. All right. How did everyone do on that sprint? I am just going to leave it like this while we're sprinting. I got 382 words that time. And I made breakfast, so you'll see my breakfast here. Same thing, stuffed hash brown and the last of my raspberry coffee cake. Sad panda, but I will enjoy it. So, but that's all I got up to, and I saw that they're starting to set up, which means they're starting to do the road work. So my disclaimer is if you hear dump trucks or loud machinery in the background, I'm sorry. I cannot, I can't do anything about it. Plus, the sooner they get done, the sooner the sound goes away. But it looks like they will be doing closer to our side of the street. They've done, like, it's a 2-lane road, so they've done the side that's closest to my house. They now have to do the top coat on the other lane. And I hope that I will be able to go and do my errands and pick up my kids later, because these people they don't take into consideration that us as residents, I guess they think that everybody goes to work and then comes home later by the time they're finished. So they start about this time and then they are finished by 4:30 to 5 o'clock, and that's usually when like rush hour traffic is coming. And the only reason they're doing it during the day is because we've had those cold temperatures at night, which I get, but they're not being considerate of those of us that like either work from home or, like me, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So my job is, I'm practically here all day. That's why I can do these writing sprints. That's why I can do the videos and stuff like that, because I'm usually doing video filming and household stuff before I go get them, and then I deal with the kids after I get them from school. So it's a little frustrating, but we'll see how today goes. I need to, I guess, time my departure from the driveway and coming back. My husband did forewarn me that they will be doing it today, so my best bet is to come from one side of the street versus the other, because if I go from the other side, they'll probably push me in the wrong direction, whereas if I come from the south side of the street, then I can easily just turn into the driveway. So we'll see how it goes. And I don't mind running over cones if they're in my way. So let's see how you guys did, and then we'll get into our second sprint. Our last comment was we were talking about like time zones and things. I didn't know what time zone was Ireland, but I thought it was the same as the UK, and Annette was confirming. I would love to see Ireland one day. I do have a little bit of Irish in my heritage, so I would love to go and see everything. Beth Ann is here. Good morning. Popping in for the first sprint. Then I have meetings. Blech. I know the sentiment. I don't like meetings either, especially when meetings could be an email. But hopefully your meetings go well and they're over quickly. We do have a Charles today, and he says, good morning. He says, I will be in and out running errands and hopefully listening to an audiobook. Just finished A Grim Reaper's Guide to Catching a Killer. Ooh, that's a interesting title. Annette says it's a good one, right? Who is it by? Let us know if you can. I would look that one up. It's a fun book. Ooh, I want to read. What genre is it? Let us know. Vanessa is here. Good morning, good morning. All the pink hand waving. And Charles is waving. Chantel popped in. Good morning, Alicia. Popping in to hug the like button. Make sure we're hydrating. Yes, yes. Make sure you have your hydration method. Currently, I am caffeinating, so we'll caffeinate and then we'll hydrate. I do have some water though. So we will caffeinate and then we will hydrate. Vanessa says morning to Charles, and Charles is saying all of the hellos to Vanessa. Also, hi to Alicia, Annette, Lindsay, Chantel, Amanda, and Beth Ann. We love all the hellos. Laura is here. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. And Charles says, and Laura. Megan is here. Hi, Megan. Hi, Alicia. Kiana is here. Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. And Molly says, hi. Everyone is coming in. We're all waking up and getting started. Annette finished my book and updated haircut tracker. Now back to writing reviews next sprint. Nice. How many do you have to write today? Vanessa says, Molly. Hi to Molly. Hi, V and A. Molly says, great job on finishing the book, A. That was to Annette, I assume. Charles says hi to Molly and Megan. All the hellos, all the hellos. Molly says, I have not had the energy for people to get full names. Fair. Laura says, I responded to a friend writing a lengthy missive. It was cathartic. Oh. We always love a cathartic thing. Makes us feel better. Vanessa says, no worries. I have friends who call me V. Paula is here. Hi, Alicia and chat. Just swinging in to hug on the like button. Thank you, thank you. Vanessa says, good luck, Alicia. Construction can be hard to navigate driving through. Yes. And this crew seems to not care. Like, I came off a side street the last time they were on our roadway, and I needed to go left. And he was like, no, you're going right. And I was like, no, I need to go left. So I was cursing him the whole way because he kept saying I needed to go right. Well, when I did that, it took me 2 miles to find a spot to turn around because I had to go bypass all the construction to turn around and come back to sit and wait so that I could go through the construction zone again so that I could see them cleaning up the cones because they were done for the day and my house was just past the construction. Like, if he had let me turn left, I would have gone down 3 houses and turned in. That's not hard. Like, but instead I had to go 2 miles the wrong direction. It pissed me off that day. It really did. And that's why I don't like the road crew out here right now. Because I can tell it's the same road crew. And I'm hoping that because they've kind of swapped how and where the people are set up, I'm hoping that they will be different today. But we'll see. I want this over with. I want it over with. Molly says hi to C. It's P. I don't know. Paula, maybe. I'll get it. And also, if you hear dogs barking, it's because the construction people are near the dogs and the dogs are going to bark. There's 2 German Shepherds and like 6 puppies. So, fun times. Molly says, I just woke up in case anyone needs an explanation. I gathered. I'm the same way. I'm just like, no. Kiana says, I'm listening to My Friends by Frederick Bachman. I have not read anything by him yet. Vanessa says, we've got a plumber in the house right now. Problem with our water heater. and a leak somewhere around our garbage disposal. So I'm going to be poorer in a little while. I hate when that happens. I am going to have to get a plumber at some point too, because our water heater, while we're not having issues with that, we're having issues with the water softener and iron breaker, and we don't think it's doing its job. We don't think it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we're gonna have to have someone come out and look at it and go from there. Hopefully it's an easy fix and doesn't cost an arm and a leg, but you know how it goes. I hope that your plumbing is quick, easy fixes and it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. Annette says, just two today, so not too bad. Nice. You get those done in no time. Molly says, I think my energy drinks froze in the refrigerator. It is possible if they were towards the back and like near the vent where the refrigerator stuff comes. You might have your refrigerator setting too high to double check that. I've had milk freeze before because it was in the back and I had to move it forward and we had ice chunks. Charles says Maxi Dara is the author. I mean, it's a murder mystery. Ooh, well, I haven't really read any mysteries, so that would be a whole new ballgame for me. Hello, everyone. Ren is here. Good morning, Ren. Charles is waving to Ren. Also, Andy is here. Hi, Andy. Annette says hi to Ren, and Vanessa says, hey, Ren. Laura says, I'm debating doing a beta reading this morning or keep drafting. Ooh. Decisions. Depends. Do you feel like reading or do you feel like drafting? Ooh. Therein lies the question. Ren says, hey, Charles, Andy, Annette, and Vanessa. Kiana says, my condolences to your wallet, Vanessa. Right? I love having my own house, but I hate doing the like homeowner things like plumbing or having the guy come out to clean the chimney for the fireplace. What else? Electricians, any of those kind of things. They always get you. Vanessa says, thank you all. My wallet thanks you too. Yeah, I mean, especially in these current times, we need to try to keep as much money as possible. I cringe having to spend money sometimes. Ren says, currently in the reality TV depths, so I keep missing the start of sprints watching Singles Inferno on Netflix. It's kind of like Love Island, but more laid back and in Korea. Interesting. I have not watched either one of those or heard of them. I'll have to check those out. Vanessa says, stuff freezing in the fridge. Our ice maker is actually in the fridge part. So if we put something too close to that, it'll freeze. Hint, frozen sour cream is not appealing. Oh, you have frozen sour cream before? Wow. And why is your ice maker in the fridge part? What? It's supposed to be in the freezer, is it not? Who designed your refrigerator? That's a odd thing to. Okay, interesting. Kiana says, hey to Ren, Charles, and Annette. Laura says, I kind of feel like reading. Reading you shall do. It'll be fun. It'll be relaxing. Ren says, so right now I just need to finish my current episode, read some of my arc, Love from the Cosmos, continue with Broken Fae for the Zodiac Academy read along, and start Outdrawn for book club. Outdrawn. Is that Paula and Chantel's next one? I feel like I've heard that title before. Let me know. Ren says specifically Paula and Chantel's book club. I hear them, but I don't see them. I have like a camera system I can watch. I can watch the front. Ren says, hey, Kiana. They're very loud, though. Very loud. I just don't know where they're at. Ren says, on the bright side, I did get some dishes done, so a win is a win. Very much so. Vanessa, we've got a fridge that has a freezer drawer, so not to mention the ice maker on the bottom. That part has to go in the top left of the... Weird. Interesting. Wow, they're being very loud this morning. They're grinding. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are gonna we're gonna go into a sprint soon because I cannot stand that, and I don't want you guys to have to hear that. And Laura says our ice maker is in the fridge part 2. Interesting. I've never seen a fridge like that. All right, that is all I see for the comments. So I'm going to star that one and put us into the next sprint because I don't want y'all to hear that. That they're milling or grinding some sort of part of the road. So 30 minutes on the clock. Second sprint. Happy writing or productivity, whatever you're doing. All right. That was our second sprint. How did everyone do that time? I wrote 372 words. I ate breakfast, and I've been keeping an eye on the people out front because they are very, very noisy this morning. Let me switch the screen back. And so, as long as I can go and get my errands done and be back and pick up the kids, then we'll be fine. We'll see. We'll see. But that's what I got up to. Let me scroll back and find. There we go. This was our last comment that we had before the sprint. Laura was saying the ice maker is in the fridge part 2. I've never seen the ice maker in the fridge portion of the refrigerator. I've always seen it, or I've always had refrigerators that have ice makers in the freezer part. But it sounds like you guys have it where the refrigerator is up top and the freezer is down at the bottom. I've always had the side to side refrigerators, so maybe that's why. It's just the way they're made. Interesting, though. I want to go look this up just to see. Vanessa says, ugh, apparently both need to be replaced. $3,200. I'd be saying the GFC too. Good Lord. There goes the emergency fund. Yeah. But that's why we have the emergency fund, right? Yeah, I mean, but to drain it in one visit, that's outrageous. Then again, I don't know to the extent of what they need to do, and that probably covers like not only them coming out, but the parts that are needed and their labor time. So, and then there's taxes and fees and all that stuff. So it's just wow. And this is where I was like, oh no. Because I saw that comment and I was flabbergasted. I don't know if you guys saw me, but I was just like, that's a lot. Jean is here. Good morning, Alicia. I have had a late start, but I am going to get my Valentine's Advent reading first, then switch to reviews. I have been trying to follow along and do the Meet Cute Advent calendar leading up to Valentine's Day. I think that is adorable. I have not started it yet, and here we are on day 4. So I did the same thing with the Christmas one. The Christmas one was a little different because it was all one book leading up to Christmas. But this is just leading up to Valentine's Day. It's 2 weeks worth. Like, I should be able to read a short story a day. But I will read it this month for sure. Because it's on my TBR, which I have to film today. Vanessa, morning to Jean. Vanessa, I'm not going to think about the house stuff, and I'm going to get some words done instead. Or going to get some words instead. That's the spirit. I said good morning to Jean, and I said to Vanessa, you got this. Swank is here. Howdy, everybody. Happy Rosa Parks Day. Yep, it is her birthday today. Happy Homemade Soup Day. And happy Stuffed Mushrooms Day. You had me in, like, Rosa Parks and soup. I have never had a stuffed mushroom. I'm not big on mushrooms, though. So, there's that. Vanessa says hi to Swank. I also said good morning. Molly says still waking up. And Ren made it to 13% in her arc. Yay. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Molly, did you get your morning coffee? That will probably help. I have mine. I need to finish it so that I can switch to water. Excuse me. Ooh, it's still hot. Hopefully everyone is being productive. We have one more sprint I need to find our little banner. We are doing pretty good today. We're staying on track and getting the writing in. Vanessa said, oops, apparently I accidentally paused the video. Oh no. Well, you didn't miss much. I got through all of the comments. You are the last comment I see. I just put the final sprint banner up. I got about 130 words. Nice. Productivity at its finest. We still have 4 minutes. Unless you guys want to go ahead and skip ahead, we can go into the next sprint and have a longer chatty bit at the end. The road crew is being quiet right now. It's funny because they, like, during that entire sprint, traffic was going by. I think someone with a trailer, the trailer wheel fell off the side of the road, so there was that noise. Then there was the street sweeper who was cleaning the other side of the road. There was a dump truck that went by, and there was a pickup truck that was honking a bunch of times. I don't know why. Hopefully to the crew. But they're loud today. They're loud. I don't know why they're so loud, but they're being quiet at this time. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the day. As long as I can get out to get my kids, then we're good. Because if I cannot get my kids on time, I'm gonna be livid. Right? They're very noisy. And add in the neighbors' dogs that anytime anybody passes their yard, and if they're in the vicinity and they're not like constantly walking by, they will bark. And like I said, it's like 2 German shepherds. There's a smaller dog, and then there's like 6 puppies. So they are quite the bunch. But all right, I'm going to start that comment. I think we're going to go ahead and get into the next sprint. So let me change up the screen one last time. And I'll go ahead and start the sprint. So I will see everyone back in 30 minutes. Last sprint, so make it count. Happy writing or reading. All right, welcome back. That was our third and final sprint of the day. How did everybody do? I wrote another 512 words, so 1272 for the day. I'll take it. I still have a few things to work out in terms of where I'm at with the story, but I'm glad to be working on it and making progress. I did put headphones on, which somewhat helped, but they're very loud out there today. So hopefully I can get through and go run my errands and kind of get away from that for a little bit. That looks like they're kind of cleaning up the other side of the street so that they can start the top coat paving. Hopefully it'll be done today and they won't have to come near the house. They won't have to come near the house again. All right, so let's see what everybody else got up to, and then we'll wrap it up. We're right on schedule today. We're doing great. Vanessa says that sounds chaotic. That was the last comment that we had. And yes, it is very chaotic. If I was trying to read, I would not be able to focus. Vanessa says I'd probably put on my noise canceling headphones, which I did. It helped for the most part. Annette said, ugh, Vanessa, that sucks. I think she was talking about the plumbing and the price. But yeah, it does suck. Vanessa, I think I'm going to get some tea and something to eat. Be back in a few. Hopefully you got your tea and food and it is delicious. Molly, I need more sleep. Good to see everyone and I'll see you again soon. Have a sweet dreams, Molly. Sleep well. As Vanessa also says, sweet dreams. And Vanessa says, I ate food and got tea. Yay. Finished my reviews and did some dishes. Nice, very productive. What is everyone's plans for the rest of the day? Do you have any? Vanessa says, I only got a few words that round, a total of 222 for the day, but that was only about 10 minutes of writing total, so it's okay. I mean, that's pretty good for 10 minutes. But that's still 222 words that you didn't have before. So I call that a win. Swank says, I continued writing in my morning pages. Very nice. And Vanessa says, thanks so much for the sprints, Alicia. It's always great to wake up to your sprints. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. Remember that we have 100 pages book club sprints tonight. We'll be continuing our pages with Raven Scholar, or if you just want to come and read and hang out, that's fine too. You know, you're always welcome. I don't know if Kelly will be there. She said she may try to pop in. If not, it will just be me. And then tomorrow's Morning Time Pirate sprints, you know, same place, same time. Tomorrow is Thursday, so 2 more of those, and then Kelly will be back next Monday. Vanessa, I've got my stream in about an hour. I believe you have a wrench, so feel free to put in the link to that. And I'll probably be in the comments. I'll be in and out, you know me. Oh, it skipped comment. And then I'll be taking Old Lady Cat to the vet. Hopefully the vet appointment goes well. Vanessa, I think she has blood in her urine. Oh no. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Hopefully the vet appointment goes well and it's nothing serious. It's an easy little give her this and it'll fix it type thing. I never know with vet appointments with my cats and whatnot. I go in for a checkup and they're like, "Oh, by the way, we highly suggest you do this, but then it costs more money." And I'm like, "Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now, but just do what's necessary," is where I'm always at. Swank says, "Thanks for the sprints. I'm going to sprint hop now. Enjoy the sprint hopping. Thanks for coming and hanging out this morning." Annette says, "I need to prep dinner and make some phone calls. Thanks for sprints today." You're so welcome. Where is Raven Scholar up to tonight? We are doing chapter 48, and we are going up to the end of chapter 63, I believe. So I don't know if your book is the same page length as ours, and I don't have mine, but I believe it's like 429 to 533. But yeah, it's chapter 48 to the end of chapter 63. So apparently my library bought another ebook copy of Raven Scholar, so now I've only got 5 weeks to wait. Oh my gosh. But yay, because they got more. They will they should get more copies. Then it wouldn't be so long of a wait. But hopefully the people will get it read quickly, and then it'll be that much closer so that you can read it. It's really a good book. Vanessa says, "My sprints you can find here on YouTube. That's probably where I'll be. Or on Twitch, if you have a Twitch account. Feel free to check out Vanessa's. You'll find me in the comments on YouTube." That is all I have for you today. Let's see. Like I said, 100 Pages Book Club sprints tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time. Morning Pirates tomorrow morning at 9 Eastern Time. And I will have a video out on Friday. I'm trying for the 9-10 a.m. Time frame. So we'll see. And Vanessa says, "And Book of Doors is just waiting for me." So I should be ready for that read. Awesome. I'm looking forward to all of our reads. So, but that's all I have for you guys. So have a good rest of your day. If I don't see you, then have a good rest of your week and weekend. But I'm sure I'll see you guys in the comments and other sprints. So for now, I bid you adieu. And I will see everyone in the comments